Welcome back to Sports Reel. Now with the NFL changing the game and evolving each and every year, there's actually a good amount of rules you probably didn't even know existed. Based on the level of physicality the NFL players endure, you would think the NFL referees have an easier job, but it's far from the truth. Every game day, whether it's Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, an NFL referee has to endure the yelling and swearing from spectators while attempting to memorize the entire NFL rulebook. Now the casual person may not think that's a difficult task because it's their profession, and if they're reffing an NFL game, they're probably really good at it. But here's the thing, the NFL rulebook is 120 pages long. The refs aren't able to leave a stone unturned. They have to remember every single one of those rules in the rulebook, and that includes the more obscure ones that we didn't even know existed. Some rules haven't been called in years, but others haven't been recently created to fit today's NFL, and you need to know what some of them are. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribed. We appreciate everyone watching our videos. Now let's get into the video. Now we all know that each NFL game starts 3 minutes prior with the regular pregame coin toss that determines which team kicks and which team receives. During the coin toss, each team is allowed to send 6 players to the 50-yard line to make a call for the coin toss. But a rule in the NFL rulebook actually states that each team must send 6 players to the coin toss, nothing more, nothing less. It's also noted that if any of the 6 members aren't in uniform, then it's an automatic coin toss loss for that team, giving the opposing team a full advantage. Now the coin toss itself has brought a good amount of controversy over the last few years, but most confusion comes with the coin toss before overtime. But as the rule stands, the team who wins the coin toss has the obvious advantage to win the game, because in overtime, the first team to score a touchdown wins. And that can happen before the other team gets a chance to touch the ball. If the team who received the ball first in overtime only managed to get a field goal, the opposing team gets a chance at being the first to score a touchdown. Unfortunately, history has shown that 53% of the time, the team who won the overtime coin toss ended up winning the game. And it's left many NFL players and coaches raged. Now this one may come as a shock to a lot of you, but when it comes to players joining the NFL, certain teams have restrictions that they put on their personnel to be even allowed to play. Many teams develop their own rules on their players, and one includes maintaining a certain weight limit in order to participate in the game. All the restrictions do is make sure players are keeping themselves in shape, but it's noted that NFL teams can't find players for that, but they can definitely bench them. The crazy thing to note is that the NFL rulebook actually states that the NFL itself can fine players for exceeding a certain weight limit that they vow to stay below. If a player does register overweight, they can be fined up to $630 per pound that they're over the limit. Dating back to 2015, Denver Broncos defensive lineman Terrence Knighton mentioned that he racked up about $300,000 in fines over a 2-year period in 2014 to 2015. The next topic we have is consecutive timeouts. Now in NFL games, of course, a timeout can help in many situations, like when the clock continues to run because a player was tackled and is inbounds and you need to stop the clock. Now due to many NFL games being decided by a field goal in the closing seconds of a game, many teams will go to drastic measures to try and get at least within field goal range before time expires, with hopes that their kicker can finish the job. For years though, coaches have been known to call timeouts a split second before a snap in order to get into a kicker's head, or for better terms, icing the kicker.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's, I think, Pierre Paul who got a hand on it.
Now the move is 100% legal according to the rules, but you can actually only do it once, and if a coach tries to do it back to back, then it's automatically a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. A former Redskins coach had to find this out the hard way, when he called 2 consecutive timeouts to ice the kicker, and he was unaware of the rules. So it led to a 15-yard penalty, and it made the opposing team's field goal a lot easier, turning a 51-yard field goal kick into 36 yards, and the Redskins ended up losing the game 18-17 because of that field goal. And that wraps up today's video on NFL rules you didn't know existed. Comment down below if you knew any of these rules already. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop a like.